Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode.
Hello, this is Elena Lipson, your divine self-care mentor and self-care coach. And today I wanted to talk with you about pivotal moments that change everything. And the interesting thing about pivotal moments that change everything is that sometimes you don't even know when they're happening. You don't really know that something that you're going to do is going to change your life forever. And the more we try to plan those moments, the more we find ourselves getting swept away by life's unexpected bumps and bruises and joys and things that we weren't really planning on. And sometimes this perspective of trying to control what's going to happen and what's happening right now and what you want to happen in the future, especially when it comes to yourself or your work or your kids or your partner or your family, it seems like a futile uphill battle because, as you know, that life usually has its own ideas for you. But the upside of this is that we do have a choice. We have a choice in being intentional and present in as many moments as we can possibly swing, because when you're present, you actually begin to hear that inner stillness, that inner voice, which is generally not even a voice. It's generally a nudge. It's generally go this way versus that way. It's make that phone call or send that email. It's those tiny little whispers telling you to clean out your closet, to clean off your desk, to, create that thing. And sadly, so many of us are busy, so busy that the noise of life gets in the way of the whispers of your intuition and divine guidance. Now, in those pivotal moments that change everything, what I have found is that the reason I'm so passionate about teaching the Magic Morning practice and self-care practices is that they help you to do just that, to get present, to get aligned with your deepest intention in the present moment. And in those moments, you can start to sense your highest self talking to you or whispering to you or nudging you in a certain direction. And then what happens is you're more likely to make an aligned decision, an aligned pivot that will then lead you to a place where you're really desiring to go in life, whether it's a new career, whether it's being a more present parent, whether it's creating a business, whether it's writing a book, whatever it is. The more that you are sort of unconscious and walking around, I call it like a zombie daze, right? Where you're just sort of reacting to the world around you and you're not fully seeing the world communicating with you, as well as your inner knowingness, giving you a golden opportunity to be present. So it's almost impossible to know when those moments are coming. That's why my main practice, my main intention on most days is to be present, is to be fully in each moment so that I can really hear and feel and sense and know. Now, in the very moment, it's impossible to know that this conversation or this turn or this seemingly inconsequential decision is the one that would change everything. From tragedy to finding true love, those random moments can shift everything else in your life in really wild and wonderful ways. But sometimes you don't know that until much later. These random moments don't give you notice of their arrival. You can pay attention, you can plan and organize your life down to the minute, and still those moments that change everything will appear. The best you can do, the best advice I can give you as your self-care coach and your mentor is to allow yourself to be aligned moment by moment. Looking back from right here and now, I can see that I've had countless life path altering moments in these last 40 plus years. Some of the moments happen in the lives of my parents, like the first time my mother saw my father playing drums in a band in Russia, or the time he walked her home and they fell in love, and the time the travel visa was approved and we moved our family from Russia to America. I mean, that changed everything, right? All of these ticks in time and moments changed the possibilities in my life and in the lives of my family members forever, and left me with an overwhelming awareness that life truly has so many alternate potential paths. There are a million moments that can change everything. Like I can find myself sitting in a little coffee shop doing my writing or my work in Bellingham, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest, in a city that I never even knew existed on a map before we moved here. And as I sit in that moment, I can see the dot to dot flashes of change and decision that brought me here. Today, I am so grateful to be mama to an amazing 13-year-old kiddo and married to a man for nearly, we've been married for 18 years, together for nearly 20. Ooh, that time does go by, doesn't it? And that situation didn't exist before a few choices that I made. We actually met online years and years ago. So the moment I decided to click on his profile and wrote, "Hey, I like your profile. You have a great smile. Message me back." That one action changed the course of my life. And there are so many seemingly arbitrary choices that I've made that shifted the course of my life and the lives of those connected with me. I sometimes do wonder what my life would be like if some of those random choices I made were different. Would I be sipping on a cappuccino in Paris instead of Bellingham, Washington? Would I be an actress and a best-selling author and a dancer? Maybe, maybe not. There's that one summer day long ago at work when I casually chatted with my boss about the gorgeous weather in California as we sat in a rainstorm in New York City. And he asked, "So what's stopping you from moving to California?" And I replied after a moment of silent contemplation, "Nothing." And within 24 hours of that conversation, I bought a one-way ticket to the sunshine and palm trees of California. This in one moment decision was followed by a month of selling my stuff and leaving everything and everyone I knew. I wonder now, if I didn't jump on that one instinct to move, would I still be in New York City? Would I be somewhere else with someone else? These questions arise in moments of doubt and curiosity. We wonder what the other path, the other life, the other person, the other city would have held for us. I can't say that it's impossible to imagine what life might be like if I made a few different decisions. I can sometimes see and smell my life in Europe so clearly in all of the adventures I may have had. But the truth is, I believe deeply to my core that we are living a life that is guided by universal forces that are guiding us. You know those moments when you get an idea and intuition whispers to you to go left or to go to a new restaurant or to call a friend, and you haven't connected with them in years, but there they are. I believe that these are the moments that are filled with potential to open new doors and invite new pathways to open up in ways that you may not even have imagined in your wildest dreams. I believe that you always have a choice to make that leap, to take that chance, and to take that new road. The destination may be unknown, but the paths are many and all potentially rewarding in their own ways. There are those moments where tragedy may strike and you may go back over that moment 1,000 times regretting the decision you made, which may have led to this terrible situation. And yet it may just be exactly what you needed to make a change in your life. Even something as terrible as an illness may lead you to make significant changes that you knew you were meant to make. I believe that you and I have a choice in each moment. In the words of Einstein, there are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle, or you can live as if everything is a miracle. While it's fun to wonder what it would have been like, what's even more fun is to stay present to each brilliant moment in your life right now as it's unfolding. You never know which twinkling moment, which chance invitation or conversation will lead to something totally miraculous and unexpected. And if you live with this sense of expectation, this sense of, wow, wonderful things are on their way and I can't wait to see how it's going to unfold. But in the meantime, I'm going to stay so present in my body, in my mind, in my heart, that every connection I make is either benefiting me or the other person I'm with. So this is a way of living that ignites a sense of possibility and potential. And when my clients ask me, or when I get interviewed and I get asked, well, how do I do this? What do I do? How do I get present? I'm really, really happy to say that I know how to start this journey. And the best way that I know how to help you start this journey is to offer you my gift of the 3-step magic morning practice. It is a portal, that first little blip, that window that opens in your day upon waking, whether it's 5 minutes, half an hour, or an hour. And I don't really care what time you wake up. It could be 5 a.m., 8 a.m., or noon. That's up to you. I don't know your life. You do. But if you can take advantage of that first portal, that hour if you have it, or 30 minutes if you have it, or even if it's just 5 minutes, to ignite the magic. And by magic, I mean movement, alignment, gratitude, intention, and connection. With the 3-step magic morning practice that I teach, it allows you to not give away your power to OPP, to other people's priorities. It invites you into a deep connection and a relationship with your mind, your body, and your soul. And with this, if you carry this gift of intentionality and movement and magic in the morning into the rest of your day, the chances of you actually doing what we were just talking about, moving through your day with a sense of wonder and curiosity and presence and positivity, the opportunities that will arrive in front of you will have a chance to be recognized. Because I guarantee you, opportunities for a new possibility, connection, a new whatever you want to create, whether it's take a trip to Europe or meet a new person or write that book or start a new business, the breadcrumbs are always around. The question is, are you present enough to see them, to witness them, to jump on them? Or are you so much in the negative thought process in your mind that you're basically wearing a lens of cloudy gray color the entire day and you can't see anything? All you can hear is the news headlines, people complaining, your own negative thoughts. In that place, you'll never see the opportunities in front of you. So I invite you to try the next few days with the 3-step magic morning practice. All you need to do is check the link in my bio or head on over to elenalipson.com/gift and join the thousands and thousands of men and women who have embraced the 3-step magic morning practice as a way to transform your life one morning at a time. Thank you so much for being here with me. I know this was not the typical episode. It was more of a conversation and one that I really hope you were present for. And if you missed part of it, rewind. You can do that. Go back to the beginning and listen again. And most importantly, take a screenshot of this podcast cover and post it on Instagram or Facebook and leave me a comment. Let me know how this landed for you. Are you reignited to see things in a new way? That's my deepest intention, is to allow you to see the possibilities, to see the potential, to see the opportunities, and not let your life get sidewinded or sidelined or pushed to the side by OPP, which is other people's priorities. It's time. It's your time. Take this opportunity and give yourself the gift of starting your day with magic. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings podcast. This is Elena, your self-care coach, and go take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new Divine Self-Care way of being in your life business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elainalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.